I actually think it's a pretty solid draft by NIGMA. I do think the ease of execution is still on Gaimin Gladiators because it's just about delaying the game for them. But NIGMA Galaxy can definitely come out on top.
Their abilities to break smokes. So I like that as well quite a bit here for NIGMA.
Did they put the ward from outside vision? The mid lane, if you get to see that.
I did not get to catch it. Arrow. It's going to be caught by Mind Control. Avalanche taking level 1 as Kuro is going to try and heal him up with the level 1 Nature's Attendance. Mind Control still dying, however, to the right clicks of the Tiny. GH with a decent amount of damage here at level 1, and with the boots can definitely pump it in.
Easy to push the mid tower. Tofu has no arrow, so he can't take down the Enchantress Creep. And they just have to let it go, honestly. I mean, Celery is coming. There's a TP, so at least they want to force some kills out of this tower push. Boom joins. Illuminate can be set up on that Nightmare, so at least one of them is going to hit. And apparently both get hit.
Ace.
The Solar Bind on top of that with the Arena, but they don't get the Spear off. Mind Control will die regardless. Kuroki is able to TP for now. The damage is too high, and Kuroki will also fall. Tower does die, or Tower does fall for this. So overall, not the worst trade for NIGMA, but they do lose 2.
Well, I actually think it's not too bad. They might just get mid. Duracho, though, defending as he's going to toss the tree after GH. That'll pick up the kill. Miracle, though, still with the Flame Guard active, doing a good amount of damage to Duracho. There's no TPs available either for him. Celery at the ready here for the Nightmare. That'll get Duracho out of a tough situation here, but 2 remnants available for Miracle. He's not going to go for the kill. He's going to make the safe play and back away. Duracho will blink on over for that. That'll make things pretty snappy. That's better.
Well, I mean, they did it. It took a while, but they did it. NIGMA none the wiser, or at least didn't want to contest, apparently, considering this idea. I wouldn't have expected, to be honest, that Gaimin Gladiators would go for Roche. Maybe that was a bit of a surprise for them anyway.
Oh, smokes a break.
Celery has Fiend's Grip. Yeah, realizes that's a little bit of a dangerous play. Should have caught him at the beginning, but didn't in time. Good rage there by LTW to prevent the potential Nightmare.
Yeah, I actually thought they were going to jump in on that. Tiny with the DD rune, and of course Blink Dagger can really close the door quite quickly as he does now onto ILTW, down to half HP, but the Spear will not latch onto the tree. GH threatening for the Echo Stomp here, and with the chance should at least catch Duracho, but if they also get a +1 onto Ace, Fiend's Grip is through from Celery, but he's going to die, well, actually to the Split Earth, but if not to that, it was going to be the Flame Guard of Miracle, which was still running, but it does burn the BKB duration, allowing Duracho to now find him, jumps on in, Ace trying to go for a follow-up play, but lacks the Spear to do so, and now trapped on the wrong side of the river here with some unfriendly faces, will pop his own BKB, Spear's going to whiff, ILTW is still incredibly healthy.
It'd be hard for them to know, because the lanes are always pushed, right? The lanes are always pushed. You're seeing very few people on the map, mostly just the ult ban. It's difficult.
Smoke play now for the Gladiators.
Okay, good rage, but Fiend's Grip is here. Where's the Elder Titan? Who cancels this? There we go. Nice job, GH, protecting his carry properly, even more so as he behaves like a taxi right now, and should be able to get away from this. Heals are still available. Okay, GH, seeing the opportunity to counter-initiate. It's thrown up in the air. They hit him with the arrow. Avalanche as well. They want to kill GH first. Will they succeed? They will. GH is already down, but LTW starts to hit down. Boom. No vision, however. Moonlight Shadow will save him for now. Duracho, he is going to hit up the Viper straight up. Duracho struggling against all this movement speed slows. They need some more initiation, but they're lacking the arena now, and that means Duracho is just going to lose his first life here relatively easily. BKB activated on Ace though, and BKB is for Kuroki apparently, or Mind Control, who's been much more slowed. Boom, keeping the enemy at bay, but he's got a bit too far. He's a bit too far in, and Leicester is going to punish that immediately with a slow Celery, the next target as well. But Duracho's back with a vengeance, and he has full HP now. ILTW cannot survive the damage from Tofu and Duracho's cleave. GH trying to get some space for his teammate with that stomp. The ult scepter used though to stop Miracle. He can't get away. Beautiful spear on top of that, and Miracle will fall. Kuroki has also been put to a Nightmare, and now he's going to be woken up rudely with a Starstorm. Do they have enough damage to bring him down though, as the Tinies has to go for GH instead? They will. Both supports fall simultaneously. Gaimin Gladiators get a team wipe and 1.
The issue for them becomes, when then do you look to force the issue? I think that Roche play was actually a clever one by Gladiators, because I really don't think NIGMA were prepared for it whatsoever.
Yeah. That preface scared me. I thought you were going to do a rant like a typical NIGMA fan, but instead they're going to try to go for a play now with a smoke. I mean, this is not a bad play, but once again, they're all too far together. The Infesta saves the Viper. ILTW is still in trouble. They do use the arena Mind Control. Actually, he's been stopped by the creeps. Oh, despite his BKB, he couldn't get out of the arena wall because the creep wave gets stuck in the wall as well. What a way to die, Mind Control. As now the Spear catches Miracle, and that damage is too high. Duracho will deal with him easily. Kuroki's the next target, apparently. ILTW trying to fight for his team. But LTW is solo. His team's already dead. Ace is a Spear in 1 second. LTW is going to get stunned by the Avalanche. Spear not even needed, apparently, as the damage is too high. Gaimin Gladiators get yet another team wipe.
So many things to their favor, which allow them to plant these deep wards that NIGMA just can't really safely get up to at the end of the day. That's at least going to be one lane of Eric's, if not two, of course, with Tiny. Of course, he does not take any prisoners on the high ground.
No, those towers can't run away from the menace that is Tiny. In general, NIGMA hasn't been able to either, but at least they try, right? Where the towers have to stay there and take the beating. Duracho will take down 2 sets of racks relatively easily, or at least them pouring racks anyway.
Kuro, chase him away! Oh no, he caught an arrow.
By the arrow. Kuroki, no! I think the Illuminate kills him, there we go. And in fact, Kuroki's death sets up for the onslaught. The Duracho just catches Miracle and murders him. Mind Control activates the BKB, so the Duracho here, ILTW caught by the Fiend Script. Who's gonna cancel it now? They control GH. This Fiend Script's gonna last forever. ILTW dies, so does Mind Control. GH will be the last victim. 3 team wipes in a row.
GG.
It's time to call GG.
What a game. What a game by Gladiators. Just they just kind of sat back. They weren't really too pressured. They make one bold move to go for Roche. They fight well, basically once down bottom, which was, I think, their true test this game.
Sapphire has a mobility spell, great against the Ursa for obvious reasons. Abuses with a Tide really well. That's a good last pick, actually, and the lane should be pretty good for Boom. The enchant, Celery keeps on hitting him, but Tofu does not want to advance too far, afraid of the Ursa, so GH will be able to live on.
Oh, and First Blood instead is going to be bottom, where Mind Control simply dives the tower at level 3.
Unless the enemy team dives, so instead you try to farm aggressively. Arctic Summoner being used to push this tower as the Mortimer's Kisses are being used to burn down ILTW. Soul Rip is not going to heal him nearly enough. Kuroki, more than hopeful with that Soul Rip. He is in the trees now. A Boom has joined him, and Kuroki will die in the jungle. Double kill going for Duracho as Celery takes the tower.
Mind Control has the Exo active, moves to the TP back on over. Tofu on the level 4, though, can't really do much about this, though. And Boom without the Kisses, and with NIGMA, of course, with that knowledge, are going to secure their second Tier 1 tower of the game.
It's okay. It still works.
Tofu's hunting for this courier. It's instead going to find Kuroki, as there's a reload coming in to punish this.
He's going to find more than that. Quick, bound through Tofu, run!
Kisses? What is going on?
Kisses to save Tofu, but he's too far! Tofu ran too far away, the Kisses couldn't reach him in time.
Okay, but can NIGMA do Roche now? Is it too early with Ursa? I mean, there's Ravage, but no Kisses to follow up.
He has Diffusal now, so... Oh, Epicenter, and they catch a Tiny. Certainly they can do Roche now. Duracho in trouble. The Tombstone's been dropped. Duracho has a lot of HP, and they lack stuns once again. The damage is higher this time. So Duracho will fall, wasting his TP on top of that. This is the opportunity to go for Roche now.
Yeah, it's certainly, especially now that GH has returned. Overcharge to level 3 at the ready. Seems like that number will be about 25. FW will claim the first Aegis relatively early here at 13 minutes of the game.
I think Ace might understand that he's dead.
Yep, they fortify.
He's definitely dead. Tofu wanted to help him out, but instead reveals his position. Ace will most likely be killed here. Tombstone just to reveal vision. Tofu's TP gets cancelled, and Tofu will also die. I admire the friendship for Gaimin Gladiators, but I think that was a play where you just need to retreat on
Reload
Tofu.
coming in, Celery trying to TP away, and I think even with the overpower, they're not going to have enough auto attacks for this. Now they just need to wait out Tombstone. They're going to lose their Observer Ward on the high ground, though. And that means, yeah, Tofu is no longer confident standing there, especially as his smoke breaks, so he is going to skedaddle.
Ursa is going to try to slow down Celery, and now finish him off with a Furious Stripes. They force the Ravage with a toss on top of that, but the Enrage survives it all. Mortimer's Kisses got cancelled by the Silence as well, and Mind Control activates that Exorcism plus the BKB. Chasing down now the Tiny. What is Duracho going to do? Nothing! Stunned and killed! Boom! Also in a difficult position. Diffusal Blade got him before he get away, so did the Earth Shock. So Boom is going to fall. And that's going to be Ace, the last core here, remaining all dead. Only the support survive here for Gaimin Gladiators. NIGMA got the team fight they were looking for, and they can even force a tier 2 mid, the ideal tower for this team. Cookie is going to miss. Mind Control, able to move freely now. Use the Spirit Siphons on top of that. The BKB, Mind Control will live. ILTW has been slow. ILTW actually going in solo. They have no way of canceling this Fiend Script, so he's just going to die. No, they help him with the IO, perhaps. ILTW does the Enrage. Has still a chance, using the Enrage. Tombstone, and Miracle comes in with a Burst Strike. Thanks to the Tombstone, they can force the fight here. Boom in trouble. Boom is going to get decimated. They're going to get rid of the mid laner from the enemy team. The rest of them scattered to the wind.
Gladiators.
NIGMA, they know they want to fight near the Tombstone. Beautiful Yokester on Miracle. Stops Duracho's initiation. The IO joins in as well. Avalanche hits, but Duracho is still in trouble. He is going to be bursted down. Celery helping with a 4-step, but blown up by the Sand King. and that's going to be NIGMA getting another really good fight for them.
With Epicenter, there's a relocate available actually. NIGMA are now going to be encroaching upon the river, but there's going to be the Ravage. It only catches 2 because Michael's too fast here on the BKB. Kuro drops the Tombstone, and now in full retreat are the Gladiators. The Force Staff is going to at least get Dyrachyo back into his own triangle and a cookie, but Gaimin Gladiators just running away. Boom, in fact, tries to TP away. His TP canceled by one of the many Yule Scepters carried by NIGMA. That was actually Miracles to be specific, but the Gladiators pop the Ravage and don't get anything to show for it. Hard to make these calculations as well. I mean, by the way, second Rush is going to go down in a jiffy. ILTW, of course, claiming the Shard. Oh, is going off, but instead they're going to be going mid lane up to the high ground.
Celery at least baiting the Ursa, but that tower will eventually fall. Even if they don't have the most push without the Exorcism, which is, by the way, coming by. Mind Control has it ready. BKB as well. They're going to go for the Enchantress. Immediately destroyed. Dyrachyo could be in trouble as well. Silenced up. Dyrachyo still no BKB. They activate the Exo. Time for the Rex to fall.
Certainly at the very least in mid lane. That's a good toss back though. They do have Ravage that Ace is holding on to, and there's going to be even Fiend's Grip at level 1. They can't cancel, but they can at least kill Dyrachyo. He's got buyback here for his first life, but for now, Gladiators will conserve it as they just continue to watch the mid lane crumble. Bolstered by a little bit here, as actually I believe that's an Ench creep, which is going to be pulling the wave. Miracle has to TP back to deal with it, which does allow them to at least conserve the ranged barracks. Celery might not be as lucky, as that's another jump in from ILTW. Gets off the Force Staff, is now Boom. It's a little bit too close for comfort. That's his own Yule Scepter, but doesn't have a cookie. Has the Shard pushback at the very least, and with the little Shredder, will quickly dispatch of the Tombstone. Dyrachyo on his buyback now jumping in. The Ravage from Ace is good, and it gets through the Wisp and the first life here of the Ursa Warrior, but NIGMA now turning the fight.
Yeah, it's a bit too late. No execution can really save you from an Ursa with 2 lives right now.
Toss?
The toss is available, though the Fountain can save. ILTW, though, hasn't been tossed quite in the Fountain, as Ace did get slowed. GH leaves. Relocate time down. ILTW stuck. He doesn't have a BKB. What will the rest of his team do? How much do they value?
Toss.
No, not enough. No way near enough. ILTW will fall. NIGMA will decide they take the racks and leave, and he'll be a worthy sacrifice. Thank you for your contribution, ILTW.
That's a Shiva's for the DP, and for the Ursa, take your pick.
Boom. Okay, they did find Miracle, but the combination from NIGMA is coming in. Oh, the relocate's only IO, and the Ravage actually finds both, and that's going to be a double kill now. GH came in solo, and he died solo. Could be 2 sound effects. Honestly.
All the vertical movement abilities are ignore status resist, Yules, Toss, Torrent, the other big one.
Like the uptime ignores it, yeah.
Oh, Wisp.
As they get the IO, that's going to be GH dying, but LTW runs immediately, goes for Boom, the toss to the creep. Boom, unfortunately, has been inhibited. The Yule Scepter to save himself a couple more seconds, but that's not going to be sufficient. Dyrachyo in a pickle himself. He has been scouted. The BKB is not going to let him TP because he doesn't have one in his inventory, which means Dyrachyo is just going to be mauled down by the bear.
No, I just don't think you ever really get to go for it. I think, ILTW is going to take almost everything. He did pick up the cheese, but he's going to give that to the Wisp quite wisely.
Yep. And Miracle gets a free kill here on Boom. They're going to continue this with a relocate in. Grab Tofu.
Oh, they got Celery.
And the third one, it's going to be Celery. That ghost is not going to help him enough. Celery, once again, trying to create as much space as possible. Miracle helping him out, but they leave ILTW behind, and this should be the bottom racks, honestly.
Yeah. I just don't know what to do. I mean, you've got no choice but to fight into this one now for Gladiators. It just seems about impossible. Up down 34k, Aegis, X+ and ILTW. Miracle still has his ulti as well. Ace conserving Aegis. They have to get everything perfect. The toss back is pretty promising. But ILTW, again, with his status resist, is just going to simply walk back towards his team. Cool. And
Epicenter also being charged. Mortimer's Kisses is being used. The Miracle thinks it's a great opportunity to initiate. There he goes. Gonna go for the Bay once again. From 100 to 0 he goes. Dyrachyo to the BKB in time. There's Ravage as well to control the Ursa ever so slightly by LTW. Once again with a status resistance. Unstoppable. He kills off Celery in the process. They can't really bring the Sand King down. He already has that level 25 as well. That's gonna be Dyrachyo also falling. No Sandstorm blind, by the way, from Miracle. No, the 5% are
I checked that, actually. I was kind of curious to see if he decided to take it, but I don't think it really mattered at that stage what he takes, because it's going to be NIGMA that take game number 2 and take us to a game number 3.
Miracle, or Huskar level 1 is not that great. So you kind of want to wait for level 2, so actually makes sense in this matchup, even if Ember can probably last it okay under tower. Ember actually wins this matchup at the first levels, as by the way, Celery gets dropped in the bottom lane. Like, you don't really use it against the heroes.
Celery might be dead bottom as well as Kuro. It's going to be assisting ILTW, who gets that last auto attack in.
He actually died, so Duracho will get a range creep there. But will Duracho die? We'll see now. Activates the magic stick before he gets hit by the stun. Illuminate also hits, has a fairy fire, but I don't think that's going to be enough to save him. They're going to dive the tower for this. Use the fairy fire. That's enough to deter NIGMA, apparently. ILTW trying to chase him after the tree. Celery's here back, and he activates the self. Duracho self gets immediately cancelled though. Celery gets hit by the Illuminate, but he did have a Tango on. That's not going to be enough healing. Duracho will fall. Celery at least gets Kuroki, but Celery will die as well. And he won't be back with the TP, so it's going to be Duracho solo in the lane for a while. Used to play on all the Danish squads they used to play as. He was very well known. What I liked about those squads is that... Wait, there's a fight going on. GH. Fury swipes used a lot of stacks on GH, but not enough to kill him off. Duracho's been stuffed. He has to use a swarm now. He has the overpower. Still available. Could go for Kuroki. Has 2 stacks of Furies. Now 3-4. But the Weaver always has a Shikuchi.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, actually, never mind. He got surprised there. The sentry gets him. Thanks to the Earth Shock there, they can bring him down. LTW could control himself. Tofu starts the Boulder Smash for the slow. Kills GH in the process. ILTW now slowed and Gaimin Gladiators come back with vengeance.
Yeah, beautiful.
When you say means, do you mean like ideally he wouldn't clear them?
I guess so.
Right?
Duracho might be dead. No enrage here. He's might stealing a bit off ILTW, but not nearly enough. Although the Wisp is here, but did not have tether. Was tethered to 8. Instead, they're only going to get ILTW, mind control as well. Not the greatest swashbuckle away. Ice Path will whiff, however, as it's going to be Miracle getting 2 kills. Excuse me, did you catch what was going on there? He did.
Celery still has a tether, he's going to be fine.
GH.
And the mid lane won't fall just yet. Duracho's here as well.
GH took those
Miracle's
stacks.
a hard kill, though.
Yeah, the armlet's online. I don't know if you can armlet top Ursa.
Tofu's nearby. Nice use there of the inner fire, but it's not going to be enough against
Duracho, though, he's dead. 10 stacks of spears.
Lighting light him?
Go too fast, though.
Yes, it will. This time, those Gaimin Gladiators are going to be using the Ursa for that Roche. I've never seen money, period. That's why you know I'm Spanish. Duracho, the Diffusal Blade is ready.
Miracle.
And he's going to try to use it against Caudle. Miracle is not that easy a target to go on, but they're committing.
They really want
they're
him.
like half committing, half not. Duracho has been baited by his own team. I mean, they can get away for now, though. They haven't over-committed just yet. Tofu will be the only target for now, as Duracho. They're trying to counter-initiate, apparently, as they see an opportunity to go for the CK, but he has the Phantasm to dispel those Searing Chains. LTW slowed down by the Inhibit. LTW will fall, as Mind Control's courier also dies in the meantime. GH will be next target, but Ace has been chased around here, and Ace will finally die. Boom, seeks a way to retreat. He still has the TP, but he's out of Remnant, so he's going to bank it all on getting no stuns.
Oh, wow.
That's going to work for him. Not enough damage, just barely surviving there. He'll just run in the Macro Fire, and NIGMA will take way too much damage.
Miracle again nearby. That seems to always raise Gaimin Gladiators' blood pressure. In they go again. We want him. The Sacred Warrior BKBs. There's going to be the Macro Fire on top. Miracle cannot armlet toggle through this. 21 charges. Down he goes. Celery's going to get the killing blow as Mind Control rolls through the fight. Claims the first life of Fuzzy Wuzzy. Celery as well will be swept up there in the time that Duracho respawns by GH's Max Illuminates. Kuro going to be scouted here by the wards that Tofu placed down, trying to clear through the sentries. The miss rate, of course, no longer applies onto wards, but they will set up now, trying to get through Kuro. He's got time lapse, so we'll get it off. In trouble here is going to be Tofu. Rolls back in on a Miracle, though, and there's that macro again, taking him down. Duracho with the killing blow. ILTW as well is going to be fighting. Kuro standing in Macro Fire as his Mind Control. Boom going to hold him down a bit longer with the Searing Chains, as if it's not enough damage on the macro itself, but the fight being lost by the Gladiators as the relocate not in time. Duracho has fallen. Boom pulled back there by the Rift, as he is going to be chased away in the river. Mind Control trying to slow him here to a crawl. Another Reality Rift, but again, Boom having his last remnants now is going to be forced back. Buyback from Ace, however, as Mind Control with Blink Dagger in 3 seconds, but being canceled here, has the Swashbuckle rooted up, but there's just too much magic damage. He certainly will tick away.
Yep.
Especially if you lose to Arkosh.
Yes, exactly. I agree. I think that they nullified the Huskar's impact by this Ags, and I mean, you've been just kind of relishing the Macro Fire team fight. I think you're completely right about this. Mind Control also struggling a bit more. How Mind Control gets stunned here onto Boom. Boom does it, the BKB. Relocate's being charged. Io is not taking anyone with him. The Ice Path fails. They're trying to go for Jakiro first, but like I said, a bit tanky is Jakiro, at least early. Now, finally, Ace will fall. At least to the Swarm. Or no? Ace surviving, even getting rid of the bug there. And now the big bug is trying to kill him off as the tether brings him back to that place. But KuroKy is stuck now, has one more Shukuchi. Is he going to go for Ace? He's going to try, but Ace survives yet again.
It's close. No, it's close. He's ticking.
No, he doesn't die. No, the tether saves him.
So even too many heroes that, like, if you don't give them farm, they kind of fall off, right? Like,
yes, greed.
Sometimes greed is good, sometimes it's not. And there goes Fuzzy Wuzzy jumping in again.
Okay, there's the team fight that Cotto provides, but the BKBs will nullify that. GH is going to die as they break that will-o-wisp open. Macropar has been dropped as well. As he can't fight inside of it, but they got him rid of the Earth Spirit. Now they're going for the Jakiro, and they do have a chance. Miracle finally getting their revenge. The Flames this time will go against Jakiro. A Miracle might still die to the Angry Bear. However, a beautiful stun there will save Miracle's life, and Duracho's been sent back to the Rift. He is going to lose his first life.
Only Boom.
They have more stuns. Boom is coming by. Celery. Yes. Relocate, and he comes in, but they knew this was going to happen. Celery ready to die for his carry as Duracho presses the attack button, goes for Miracle, and will get that kill as the support dies behind him. Duracho still wanting to fight this. He knows ILTW is low on mana, can't use those stuns any longer. ILTW will get the last crit though, and that's going to guarantee the kill into Duracho, but he dies in the process. Boom surviving this engagement. Here are the TPs coming in.
GH is back.
ILTW wants to show Boom what a buyback feels like, as Boom out of mana this time has no more escapes. He is going to fall, and this fight goes both ways. Team wipes everywhere. I don't know who even wins that. And in fact, NIGMA feel this. They can feel his will to live, and they're going to retreat ever so slightly. ILTW gets caught. He has the BKB. They'll be fine for now. Macropie already got dropped. I don't know if you want to push this too hard. Duracho apparently does, as he activates his own BKB with the Enrage on top of that. That's the shard. And a kill off ILTW. Well done, KuroKy. Let's get dusted. But the real target seems to be the Huskar, who's actually attacked Duracho in the mid lane, and he will get that kill. Celery couldn't heal him in time. Ace tries to finish off Mind Control. Mind Control does have the dispel this time with the shard. Searing Chain stops that Regen Rune, and Mind Control will finally die. Ursa does buy back. Where's the TP? Where's he coming from?
He's a core.
He's coming in from behind. There he goes. The outpost the whole time. Miracle cannot survive. This Miracle will die. KuroKy, he's trying to get away, but Tofu's not letting him. KuroKy has no more time lapse. He's going to fall. Tofu barely outruns that Illuminate. And NIGMA, this time, they will lose the fight. We won the early with Macropie. If we have two, we can win the late game as well.
Miracle, what do you... That's smokes? Okay. They'll break one, but Tofu's going to find a big fan, kicks him down to the low ground. Okay, Ace is going to experience the full glory that is the Huskar X, but he has a cheese, and he is saved with the relocate out. ILTW in the meantime fighting 1v1 versus Duracho, as Mind Control is assistant with the Rolling Thunder, but now that it's ended, Duracho is still on his first life, still healthy, still has Satanic. ILTW losing the fight versus Boom. Couldn't retreat thanks to the Macropire either, as GH ran down by Tofu, 3 dead. Mind Control now has a Basher. Duracho as well has one in the backpack. Age is still on him for 50 more seconds. Looks like the fight's kicking off now.
Okay, BKB activated by Ace though, as he's going to
get the wisp.
The will-o-wisp realizes he can't. Celery's dead. But Celery has the buyback and relocate as well. Duracho finds LTW in the backlines. Ace recharges, has a second BKB now. Ace can't be killed that easily. Macropire.
2 macros.
Perfect V of death. Miracle has to retreat. Too much fire around. LTW's already dead. And Mind Control's trying to give his team some space here. Just retreating as much as possible. Mind Control will be found though. TP cancelled and he's killed.
I think only 1, perhaps 2 of the macros with that 20 talent taken. Nonetheless, second lane of Rack still taken.
Only Huskar beating him.
ILTW looking again for Celery. But barracks are falling too fast.
ILTW's playing an offlane CK, and he's going to succeed here. Kill Celery in time. And the Ice Path now successful. They do hit the Jakiro this time with the taunt. Ace activates the BKB right afterwards though, and Miracle has been destroyed.
I think that's it. I don't know how else NIGMA do that. They're going to be up against Megas. They don't have really the best Megas lineup, to be honest.
Falters against Megas compared to
compared to the carries we have in the meta.
Oh, also if he's dead, he can't illuminate, so that's what we're going to try to fix here. Tofu has another BKB. Doesn't matter though. Even if he's constantly will-o-wisped, he can just roll away right afterwards. They already killed GH. They find KuroKy as well. KuroKy trying to waste as much time as possible, but he falls as well. And Gaimin Gladiators are taking game 3, and therefore the series.
Yeah, very well played. Gaimin Gladiators continue to go completely flawless here.